I want to go back to the beginning of Mr. Savini's journey through his life here.
Just call me Tom. Don't make me
Tom. Okay. All right, Tom. How did you get started in the business, actually?
Well, I saw Man of a Thousand Faces, the story of Lon Chaney. James Cagney played Lon Chaney. And before, I was 10 years old. But before that, I thought the monsters were real. Frankenstein was real, the Wolfman, the creature from the Black Lagoon. That movie showed me, aha, somebody creates this stuff, you know. So I decided then and there that I would be one of the guys that creates this stuff. And of course, that magic was destroyed forever.
Now, how old were you at this time?
I was like 9 or 10.
10 years old.
But and that's one of the things about, you know, you have students here who want to be involved in movies, I would think, because of some magic they felt when they saw some movie somewhere, okay? What they don't realize is, and that they're probably realizing now, is once you get behind the scenes, that magic is destroyed and gone forever. New magic takes over, the magic of creating magic for other people. I wish I could see a movie again through the eyes of a 10-year-old kid that believed everything was real. That, unfortunately, will never happen.
The 13-year-old who couldn't sleep for 3 days after
seeing that movie.
Right, yeah.
So what's the point? I'm going off on a tangent here. We were talking.
Just how you got your start.
Oh yeah, okay. So I
you
saw
were 10
that movie.
years old. Yeah.
I saw that movie. So from that day on, I mean, I was shining shoes in my neighborhood to earn money to buy makeup or to buy a mask or something. Then I went to the library and read books, Richard Corson's book on makeup, and I experimented on myself, and that was not a good idea because I would go to school with half my eyebrow missing, nose putty in my hair. I really disfigured myself in the art, in the art of makeup. Then I realized I could make up my friends, so I would, make them go home with a cut throat or their wrist hanging open or half their head burned off, with makeup. But their parents aren't thinking makeup. Who did that? Savini. Well, you can't play with him anymore, So, but that's what it was. It's just experimenting and then doing commercials and then just being in the right place at the right time and meeting that guy from Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. Having a portfolio that speaks for yourself. Right. And 3 days later, I was doing my first movie. So.
Now you've got a thing that I guess you tell your students and people that you talk to is always carry your portfolio with you.
Yeah, I mean it's so easy. I mean you can put your portfolio on a flash drive and put it on your keychain. It's always with you. Plug it into somebody's laptop. And the reason is you never know when you're going to meet someone who can help or hire you. Again, like I said earlier, there's no formula for success, but being in the right place at the right time and being ready. I mean the two biggest things that ever happened in my career because I was in the right place at the right time, met that guy, had my portfolio in the car, showed it to him, and 3 days later I was doing my first movie. I got a full scholarship to Carnegie Mellon University by showing my portfolio, So, yeah, don't even go to 7-Eleven without your portfolio. I have one with me now. I carry cards in my pocket that are a complete history of what I've done. Because there are people that don't know who the hell I am, so I whip out the card.
Amazing. I can't believe anybody doesn't know who Tom Savini is. Yeah,
the face. I have
now,
this face.
How that was what gave you your spark to get into this business. Now why? Was it because of the makeup that you saw in these movies that made you want to get into makeup, or did you want to get into acting and somehow got into makeup?
Both. I think both. I always try to play a part in the movies that I do makeup effects on. And that has simply led to more parts and now just parts. I don't do makeup anymore. I'm concentrating on acting and directing, and that's been working. I mean, Dust Till Dawn, Machete, Grindhouse, I'm leaving to go play a sheriff of Nottingham in a Robin Hood movie in Germany in 2 weeks, So, I was, but on the other side of the coin, it was being different people. I always wanted to be different people, and like many actors today, Laurence Olivier was a prime example of someone who would hide behind just a set of teeth or a false nose or something. Just putting some little thing on helped them get, these were shy people, who helped them get into character. Take a mild-mannered accountant who was very shy and would never dream of being in front of people as a public speaker. Throw a gorilla mask on him. Pretty soon he's jumping on the table. It's the freedom of the anonymity, So, but as a kid, I wanted to be, and I could be, many different people by doing makeup, because I saw them in the movie doing that. So it was a combination of wanting to be different people by changing the makeups like Lon Chaney did. I wanted to be Lon Chaney when I grow up, okay? And being an actor also is, here's the deal. When you go see a movie, I just thought of this. When you go see a movie, you're pretending that people that are pretending are really doing what they're doing. You're pretending that they're really doing it. And they're pretending that they're doing it. We all just completely disregard the fact that it's all pretend, and movies make you cry. Movies make you laugh. You go there to feel something. A good director will have moments in his movie that will make you feel something. The movies that you remember and that you love and that you can't wait to see again are because you felt something, okay?
Let's go back to some of your earlier films that you worked on, Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead. These were sequels to Night of the Living Dead?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned something in a previous interview that the makeup in Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead were different because Night of the Living Dead was filmed in black and white. So
right.
You had a problem in the sequel?
No, in Dawn of the Dead was the sequel to Night of the Living Dead, and Night of the Living Dead was a black and white movie. Mm-hmm. So, you know, my attitude toward it was, we'll just make everybody gray, okay? We just put gray makeup on everybody. And in a color movie, that would have stood out, and it did stand out, except, you know, shooting it, every time we went someplace, the lighting changed the color of the makeup. Sometimes it was blue, sometimes it was green. It was hardly ever gray, you know, so that was a mistake. But it was, like I said, it was a sequel to Night, and what made that movie popular, I mean, when you think of a zombie movie, you think of Dawn of the Dead, because of the killings, you know, the unique deaths, the helicopter zombie, you know. That gets applause in the movie theater. It's a guy getting his head blopped off with helicopter blades, and people love it, though, applauding, you know, laughing. So, but Dawn of the Dead was filled with that stuff, okay? Now, in Day of the Dead, that's when I really got forensic on it and made every zombie different. Because, you know, if I die and I'm in the basement, you die and you're in the attic, you're going to rot different than I will in the basement, you know? So I wanted them all to be different. And ethnic groups, all ethnic groups, you know, we don't all turn gray. We turn different. So anyway, the zombies were the best zombies in Day of the Dead that I've ever done. And it's my favorite Dead movie. It's George Romero's favorite Dead movie. But they complained. The first scene we did was when all the arms come through in the dream sequence around Laurie Cardille. And the first AD came over to me and he said, "Oh my God, well, they're all different colors." Because he was used to Dawn of the Dead. I said, "Yeah, because nobody dies the same and blah, blah, blah." So it was a bit of a problem to
convince
it's great that
everybody. You pay that kind of attention to those details. Yeah. Let me ask you one last quick question. For the students here at Northeast State and whoever's watching, what's your best advice to give them getting started in this business?
Put a portfolio together and put that portfolio in front of people that can help or hire you. If you're a director, well, you go shoot a movie, have a reel, something that you can show people. Because when you start talking about being in the business, it goes in this ear and out that ear, and it's bull. You know, nobody believes you. Your portfolio is the proof. Your portfolio speaks for you. You don't have to say a word. You know, the portfolio shows what you've done, what you're capable of doing, and what you can do. And that's true of a filmmaker as well as the
Mr. Savini, I hate to cut you off, but we're out of time.
Okay.
I really appreciate you coming here to talk to us.
Okay.
It's been a great interview. Thank you for Mr. Savini showing up here today, and we'll be back in just a moment to wrap up Direction Northeast.
I don't train like you.
I don't have the same skin as you.
I don't wear my hair like you.
I don't dance like you.
I don't come from the same place as you.
But I will give you CPR.
When you help the American Red Cross, you help America.
Well, that concludes the program for today. We've met Tom Savini and learned how this actor and makeup artist created memorable film characters during his notable career. Thanks again to our guest for this program, Mr. Tom Savini. Community is very important to the students at Northeast State Community College, and this program takes a look at a few of the subjects that they find important. We encourage you to get out and explore the natural beauty of our region and be aware of all the issues concerning your community. Until we meet next time, on behalf of the students, staff, and faculty of Northeast State Community College, I'm Anthony Frazier, and this is Direction Northeast.